bike, Charlene?
Oh, yes, yes.
She makes the same noise as this. Neil, this is for you, mate. How good is that? You can't see it because of the wide angle lens, but that's the little village. Oh, here come the boys. I can hear the bikes coming. Very good. T7, 790. Good morning, fellas. Hey, it's a ride day today. So I went out fishing with Trev the other day, and this is what he looks like without a tuner. And I'll put a picture in when he's holding the tuner. It was some good three good fish, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were excellent.
So thanks for that, mate. That was awesome. I'm loving this part of the coast, I tell you. This part of South Australia definitely should be on everyone's visit list. It is amazing. So the plan is to head over to, what is it, Pildappa?
Yes.
Pildappa Rocks?
Pildappa Rock. Go to Port Kenny for fuel.
Port Kenny for fuel, Pildappa Rocks, and then we're doing a rock run. It's a rock and roll ride today.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm in your hands again, gents.
Yep.
Lead on. So we're going to go to Port Kenny to get some fuel, and then we're going to head over to into Wadena, and then Pildappa Rocks, and there's a whole heap of rocks in around that area, so we're going to go check that out. So thanks to Chris's for the suggestion, Chris said, because it actually looks pretty interesting. It is absolutely howling today. I mean, I just don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to get the drone up and get the right footage, but I do have the drone with me. So at the moment the sun's out, it's 20 degrees, but there is plenty of weather blowing over us today. So we've got about 15 kilometres of, a little bit of dirt here, and then we've got about 15 kilometres of bitumen to do into Port Kenny to get fuel. So I got the T7 down the back. Andrew was saying he had to clean his air filter after the last ride we had, so I'll be checking mine, I think, probably in the next week or so. I might allocate next week as a maintenance week for both the bike and the car, and the van. And then the rain came. Well, not much, just gone through a bit of a shower, but hopefully not. Yeah, I don't even think it's enough to settle the dust. So that's right down the bottom end of Baird Bay there. So that's about as far inland as the bay goes. It's almost like a salt lake. This end of it is very, very shallow. But, Baird Bay. So Trevor on the 790, he before he retired to his extravagant life of fishing and motorbike riding and relaxing, he was a beekeeper in this area, and Trevor knows all the back roads. So the track we're going to go on today, just on this one through to Port Kenny, is a road that he used to go up. It's off the main track, so he used to drop beehives up this road. So we're going to take a bit of a turn along this track and head through a lesser known road. So love it, absolutely love it, mate. That's the thing with the Eyre Peninsula. It's got this amazing coastline, but you're basically right, I mean, we call it the outback because it is just so far away from everything, and really between here and, you know, pretty much Darwin, there's nothing. So, you know, like there's just nothing out there. And I'm looking north now. And, you know, there's just, I don't know if you can see it. There's just nothing. Oh. Righto. Oh. I just I did a reset on it last night because I wasn't happy with the colour difference between the sensors on that camera and that camera, and I couldn't remember how to change it, so that I'll just do a reset on the camera, take it back to factory settings, but I obviously did something else to it as well.
Do you want to go first down here so you're not in the dust?
Oh, there's not much dust, but you know, well, there will be a bit across here, but are you talking to me or him? No, it's always better with bikes, unless you want to sit off the back corner and, you know, and watch, but then you're in the dust. So, but there's not going to be much dust because the wind's kind of blowing across the road.
Andrew, do you want to go first?
I've got no idea where we're going, so I'll let you
Just go till you hit the coast, then turn.
Yeah, when you hit the water, stop. Everyone's fighting about who wants to go first. Swap sides, I'm going to go there. It's a bit of a risk situation, this, isn't it? Because the trees are closing in. Oh, big holes. I mean, strategically trying to stay in the middle so you're away from any wildlife opportunities that may be jumping out. But you can't, in the middle of the track are these great big holes. Venus Bay Conservation Park. This one? Alright. This way it is. Rocks! Someone made a comment. South Australia invented rocks. I think they're right. They just come out at the... Look at that big cluster right there. And I'm just really conscious of my rims, which have already got quite a big ding in them. Oh, excellent track, Trev. hope this is the right one. Just checking that tyre pressure. That front feels a bit funny, but so this is a conservation park where you can't fly a drone. You are allowed to ride like a maniac. Let's go here. The pressure monitor starts flashing if there's a shift in tyre pressures up or down. It's flashing at the moment, but it's just decided it's going up, so it's okay. I can't see the boys behind me, so I don't know if I'm just going to wait up here and check. I think this is the Port Kenny service station. I don't get to see a dirt concourse anymore, but that's all right. Unless you're way out back, but there you go. All right, I'll get some fuel. I think the other guys started with a full tank, so I'm just going to get some fuel and we'll keep trucking on. So this is the Port Kenny Mogas. Very interesting place. Went in to pay for my fuel, and there's a husband and wife team in there. Could very easily have been brother and sister. If you know what I mean. Ding, 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 ding. Anyway, I'm not judgy. They're probably lovely people. Alright, Elliston and Port Lincoln. So, we're going to buzz along the highway for about 15 kilometres apparently, and then we're going to head off that way, but we're going to, hopefully this thing doesn't give us too much grief. So we've turned off the black stuff, back on the dirt. We're now, instead of got a headwind, we've got a crosswind, so we're kind of heading against that. It's kind of north over there. We're kind of heading north or east, so. Very, very strong wind. Not my preferred riding conditions. But when you're on the dirt, it's better than no wind. So we've been going for about, 60 kilometres since we left the servo. And we've kind of been heading north-northeast. Through a couple of showers, nothing really serious, and we're looking at this thing in front of us going, But I think up here where the road's going to swing around towards the right, I'm looking at the map, the Wadena is further out over this way. Woodna, they're not Wadena, Woodna. All these foreign naming towns. So anyway, good ride so far. Trev out the front leading the way, Andrew down the back, so well clear of the dust. And most of it's just this kind of graded, unsealed road. So pretty good. So we just had a little roadside chat. The route that I'm watching, kind of where Trev's taking us, and we're going to meet up with the track that we were on last time, but it was sealed. So I'm going. There's a road that goes this way, McMahon Road. There's a road that goes this way that is going to take us straight to Woodna, and it's all unsealed. But I just got to check to make sure that we're a little dust free. Just the wind just keeps swinging around, and having the trees either side doesn't help either, because it's kind of acting as a windbreak. So the dust is sitting in there behind.
It's pretty hot up. I'll see myself on TV now, will I?
You will, yeah.
Alright, see you later, guys. Anyway.
See you, Ian. Safe travels, mate. So you remember Charlene? Neil's bike, Charlene?
Yes.
She makes the same noise as this. Neil, this is for you, mate.
Bag full of marbles.
Bag full of marbles. Bag full of washers and nuts. Mate, you can't talk. You know, 790 sounds like there's no oil in it, it's just rattling around. There's nothing's tied down in there, mate. Yeah, mate, yeah. There you go. Yeah, that one. Neil's did make a lot of noise there. It was a very noisy. She was a noisy girl. So we were just sitting here having our lunch and at Woodna, and Ian rolls in his on his GS, and he's just ridden all the way over from WA, Perth to Melbourne by motorcycle. Very nice, but he's got a shocking headwind. I don't know if you can see the trees. He's just riding straight into that, and despite the fact that the GSA has got is very well protected, it's still very fatiguing holding a big motorbike on the road, or any motorbike on the road. And I've got an undone thing. All right. Alright, so we're now heading to Mount Woodner. We saw a couple of tracks on the map, a couple of stock routes that we thought we might go check out. So this is one of the first rocks called Pildappa Rock. Okay. It's basically just a big slab of granite. That's Pildappa Rock. We're heading over to Little Woodner and then Big Woodner, but I suspect they're all the same. There's great big slabs of granite. Kind of the early pastoralists that came out this way. One of the problems with this part of Australia, as with most kind of remote areas, is just the lack of available water and groundwater. So what they did was they dug these big trenches around the outside of the rock and used it as water catchment, and then they built a big, like 3 million litre dam down the bottom of the slope there. And so whenever it rained, because it didn't soak into the rock, it's like the roof of a house, it just ran straight off. They ended up cementing the drain. This is back in the early 1900s. And yeah, so there's these massive catchment area, and they're actually using it. Apart from that, it's not very interesting. Great big slabs of granite. There's another one over here. This is Mount Woodner. I've got a 1 kilometre rule when I'm wearing motorcycle gear. I'll only walk 500 metres one way and 500 metres back to the bike. That's my motorcycle rule for hiking. But I might come back out here and have a bit of a climb up these. They look interesting. It's a little bit like the back of Tenterfield. There's just these rocky granite outcrops everywhere, but this is all erosion base, and the one from around the back of Tenterfield and Stanthorpe in Queensland, the granite belt, that's all volcanic action where the rocks have been spat out of a volcano. But these are just great big rocks that have been eroded. Right, this is Turtle Rock. So it's obviously supposed to look like a turtle, is it? Yeah. And that's the Gawler Ranges behind it?
Yes.
Okay. So we're heading towards these stock routes that we found on the map. It's basically going to take us on a big loop around and bring us back out near here, and then we're going to head over to Pildappa Rock. You can see Mount Woodner over there. Again, just a great big slab of granite, and probably even with this lens you probably can't see that much, but yeah, that's it. It's kind of like just these great big slabs of rock out in the middle of nowhere. So we're only about 10 kilometres from that other track, you know, where it was like a roller coaster a couple of videos ago when we did the Gawler Ranges with these boys. But this one looks a little bit similar, but the hills aren't anywhere near as big, because that other road's only about 10 kilometres over that way. Maybe a bit more now, but same kind of terrain and country. Missed the turn. this is a bit of a stock route that we found, but it's I think not quite as interesting a road. Yeah, it's not bad though. Unbelievable. Whoa, got him! The feather just went past me. Oh, that's... deep sand. Right. Soft sand, reduced tyre pressure. Just make sure everyone's happy with this. Just want to make sure if everyone's okay.
It's like this for 20 k's in that stuff.
Yeah.
From the pictures I saw, it gets worse than this too.
So this isn't the. This is the second one. Yeah.
This is the one we meant to come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should stay the same.
Head back.
Yeah.
Righto. I agree. There's no. I mean, well, I don't care either way. But we're not going anywhere. We're just riding it. You know, like if we had to go on this track to get somewhere, you'd have to do it. But we don't have to do it. So, all right. Going around. That should... turning around should be interesting enough.
I was just thinking the same.
Hang on. Come on, tractionators, don't let me down. Nah, big girl's gone down. All right. We'll get the T7 out first. No, stay there, stay there. Oh, no, I missed it. I missed it. Oh, dear.
I stopped.
Yeah. Ah, come on. Oh, I think we'll come back, hey? Yep, straight back. Hang on. Ready? Hang on. Let me get off. That was a big hole. No, front wheel's in the hole now. Back a bit more. You guys want to... Okay. Yeah, we didn't want 20 kilometres of that. Mate, if you're going to do it, hey, listen, just for reference, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I always say to people I'm riding with, if you're going to fall off, do it right in front of me when I got the cameras on. So I really appreciate it, Trevor. Thanks, mate. Oh, all right. We good? Freaking tumbleweed, get out of the way. Ah, okay. One of the wrong bikes for that. Can you see him?
Yeah, I can see his light.
He's probably just paddling through that.
Could be laying on its side.
Yeah, looks like it is. He's, yeah. I don't think it's all the way over, I think it's laying on the side of a... Yeah, and I could see his helmet. Yeah. It's not all the way over. It's at about 550 metres.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably
outside the... Yeah, no, I'm thinking it's like 502 metres. It's just too far to walk outside the 1 kilometre range. No, he's up. I mean, if he was injured, then sure, you know, but he's on.
Looks like there's something in front of this guy.
Well, there was that big tumbleweed on...
Oh, yeah. Hang on. No.
Oh, he's gone again. Yeah, all right. He's still lying on the ground. Oh, no, he's up now. Top Gear rules clearly state that should someone break down or crash or be immobilised in some way, that you're completely within your rights just to leave. Let them sort it out themselves. These South Australian people are so nice. We can't do that to Andrew. Actually, we do need to make sure he's not injured at all. I don't know, I'll try by myself, it's alright. I did before.
Yes, I saw you doing that. You can, with difficulty.
Yeah.
Now you can ride it through if you want.
I'm happy to if you want to. Oh no. Oh, no, it's just...
Kill switch, is it?
No. Yeah, it's just... there's a carburetor on these things.
Yes. Yeah, no electronics.
No, they've... You know, if you drop them, they flood. Nothing you can do. Not like my XR.
At least it started. I'm sure Steve would take it through for you, Andrew, if you want him to.
Sorry?
Steve would take it through for you if you want him to.
If you want to.
I'm easy either way. I've got to stop getting gear anyway.
Do you want to borrow the helmet?
No, no, sir. Back on the T7. All right. Andrew, you good? So, yeah, that last fall that Andrew had, his bike landed on his foot and he's actually wearing ankle protection boots. His foot just got squashed a bit, so needs a little tender. So we'll just take it easy. But yeah, that would have been hard going for all of us. There we are. Just a little bit back behind, so I was being lead rider and corner marker at the same time. Oh, hang on.
Andrew hoid me that last corner and he's headed behind.
Oh, is he?
He had his back sore or something when he was down on the fitting bumps, so
alright.
pulled the pin.
Well, should we go with him? Well, the rocks aren't going anywhere.
No.
We'll just do another ride. I don't like guys breaking off and going by themselves.
Yeah. He turned left back there, and which I'm assuming will go head to the highway.
What do you want to do?
We probably should go with him, really.
Yeah, well, it's 2 o'clock, so, and I can't really fly the drone today because it's blowing so much. Let's have another ride.
All right. Hopefully I'll be here.
I don't think the rock's going anywhere. And I think I've got enough footage today already.
Short video.
Andrew's pulled the pin. I don't know if you heard how good the audio was, but Andrew's pulled the pin. He's got the bunk foot. Apparently his back's not great either, so he's bailed. So he's going to head back to the highway and ride back to Bitchman. So we'll do the same. But I'm not a fan of splitting up groups. And if someone's going to go by themselves, you know, you've probably heard the audio. The rock's not going anywhere. We'll go back there another time. All right, back on the highway. It is so windy, although right, of course, as soon as I turn the camera on to show you, look at this truck, hang on, this truck just really struggling to cope with the wind. It's pretty good in here because these trees are acting as a bit of a windbreak, but just back up around the corner a bit, there was a really big wide open stretch and it was just really struggling with this wind. Big triple. I mean, it's hard work in a caravan. I'd hate to think what it's like driving something that's 50 metres long and broken up into 3 different sections. So we caught back up with Andrew. Well, mate, are you okay to ride?
Yeah, yeah. I'll just get a
stretch or
stretch that right. Even on the bitumen there, there's just the jarring on that.
Yeah. See you, fellas.
All right.
Take it easy. Andrew reckons he's done something to his back, so that's why he kind of bailed and went home. So he's not feeling terrific at the moment. So they both leave at Streaky Bay, so they're going to go straight down the highway. Well, the Streaky Bay Road. I'm going to peel off here because I've got to go over to Scales Bay. So a little bit more dirt for me. Well, things coming along. Unfortunately, I had a little injury, so the ride was cut short, but Pildappa Rock isn't going anywhere. A little bit of excitement in the soft sand. But, you know, it's all good. Things coming along. As always, appreciate you tuning in. Remember, if you're new, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and ride safely. Over and out.